Absolutely. And not only that, it's worse than that. When we're showing off to each other, then we get an attitude about the showing off. And then we start fighting each other.
Right.
And then we can't speak to each other. And then when we start speaking to each other, we start all over again, doing the same thing. We never get out of that rut. So what's the remedy for that? I put it in the book. No contact, no conflict.
And
Have you ever noticed people that you haven't seen in a long time, how well you get along with them?
Right.
For the first 15 minutes anyway.
And
until all the poison starts coming out, because we do carry poison. The white supremacists have poisoned every one of us, truth be told. And that poison, if we're around each other long enough, comes to the surface. Sometimes when we least expect it. Sometimes when we don't even think we have that poison in us. So we have to face that fact too. So how do we handle that? Everything that we do, here's the way. This is in the book. We're talking about solutions now, because everything in this book that I wrote is about solutions, not just talking about the problem going around in a circle. This is very, 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 very important. You minimize conflict by minimizing all unnecessary, non-constructive contact. That would go instantly all over the world. I mean, and have a tremendous effect, a shock effect on the system of white supremacy. Just that one thing alone. If people of color would only contact each other when there's something constructive to say or do. No idle chatter. I know it's an old tradition, but it's a slave tradition. Or it's a tradition of people who are absolutely what we call free, who have no problems. If we were all in Oz and Shangri-La, in a perfect society, in a perfect world, there would be no problem. And just kumbaya. Hallelujah. Everything is just fine. But we are prisoners of war. So therefore, we have to be serious about serious things. And one of the best ways that will instantly have a tremendous effect, constructive effect, on relationships throughout the entire world, if we just start right with this day. I'm not talking about anything that takes a long, drawn-out ceremony of some type. I'm talking about overnight, like in the next 5 minutes. This will have a shock effect all over the world if every black person on the planet right now, within the sound of my voice, and amplify that voice all over the world, we do not contact anyone for any reason unless the person that you contact can and agrees to engage in something constructive to do or say. It's got to be constructive. That word is very important. And something you can measure that's constructive. I mean, you're going to repair something, or you're going to fix something, or you're going, that needs repairing, or you're going to build something. But whatever the activity is, you say, I'm not talking to you or anybody else. It's not personal, it's business. Until we think of some way that when we do contact each other, we have something constructive, something that's going to have a measurable constructive effect that we are going to say or do, because everything in the universe is about saying and doing. Even among animals, among ants, it's about saying and doing. An ant does something when it gets with another ant. That's a code. They have a code for doing something that's going to be constructive, as a rule. However, even the animal kingdom and the plant kingdom and the insect kingdom, if you want to call it that, is all messed up on this planet because people are messed up, and for some reason everything is just all messed up. But you can clean up mess by vowing that every time you make a contact with someone, it's never going to be for a non-constructive reason.